What's the best TV series of all time? Nova on PBS. It's been on the air forever, and as a kid it's where I got a lot of my early science education. I never missed that show. Twilight Zone. Punched way above its weight. Years ago you would have seen Game of Thrones far more frequently in this thread. Alas, the ball was dropped hard in its last couple seasons. Channel 4's Peep Show is my favorite. I've rewatched it several times. Not the best TV series of all time, but the first 3 seasons of Arrested Development are up there with the best 3 seasons of any of the shows mentioned here. Our Planet, narrated by David Attenborough. What's something you like that the vast majority people hate? I love entangling things. Your Christmas lights end up in a ball and there's no telling where it starts or ends. Give. Got a necklace that got rolled up into a total mess? I'm your detangler. Headphones come out of your pocket looking like a tangela? No problem. Total zen for me. Wish I could make a few bucks with it though. People that talk a lot so I don't need to. I like listening to them and I find their energy refreshing. Everything about the airport. IDKY, but it's so fascinating. Honestly, I like it more than the trip sometimes, lol. A Winnipeg winter day where there's not a cloud in the sky or a breath of wind. But it's so fucking cold out your nose hairs freeze together every time you breathe. Apparently a lot of people don't like the lemon, yellow Starburst candy, and that's the one I prefer. Doing the dishes. I find it so calming. Do you think God is real, and why? Live a good life. If there are gods and they are just, then they will not care how devout you have been, but will welcome you based on the virtues you have lived by. If there are gods, but unjust, then you should not want to worship them. If there are no gods, then you will be gone, but will have lived a noble life that will live on in the memories of your loved ones. Marcus Aurelius. Which one? At this point in time. No. I've explored several denominations and attended a church faithfully for a big part of my life. Participated in Sunday school as a child and adult. Read the Bible. Prayed. But finally accepted that I don't believe in God. I think the God concept is more about feeling connected to something bigger than yourself. Feeling connected to yourself and others. But I don't feel connected and I don't have faith or trust. No. 'Cause if he was, he would electrocute me mid-say. I have major issues with organized religion. But I can't be sure about anything else. I feel like maybe there is something there. And IDK what it is. But I'm trying to live my life as a decent person either way. I do like the story of Jesus. With or without all the majorly religious stuff. He was just a good guy running around being nice to people and telling people not to be assholes. I like the way that Jesus didn't have any problem with anyone who wasn't victimizing another person. Ada, honestly, it's the story of Jesus that gives me such huge issues with organized Christianity. This is their savior, right? Paid for sins and set the world right. But apparently they want to keep Judas in him. The way they act. What if God was one of us? What is a quote that changed your outlook on life? You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. You can't wait for life to not be hard anymore to start being happy. Try not to regret growing older. It is a privilege denied to many. A step backward, after making a wrong turn, is a step in the right direction. Kurt Vonnegut. Someone once told me, hell is when on your last day on earth you meet the person you could have become. Ever since hearing that quote, it's made me want to strive to be the best version of myself. I actually quit alcohol altogether off the back of that quote. And smoking. My dad told me, you don't need to be friends. You just have to work together. It's made it a lot easier to work with difficult people. Subscribe, my brothers.